Following months of debate, industry reaction, and unrelenting public indignation, Disney has formally declared a total reboot and thrown in the towel on their most recent Snow White version. This remake isn't your typical do-over. Disney is making a last-ditch effort to repair what has turned into a huge PR catastrophe, win back irate followers, and save one of its most valuable properties. Executives are watching in horror as the current Snow White adaptation, starring Rachel Zegler, has become a disastrous catastrophe for the company after investing nearly $300 million into the project. The movie has received a dismal 2.2 out of 10 rating on IMDb. But in addition to flopping critically and commercially, this film has sparked a full-blown identity crisis for the Walt Disney Company, with no clear way out for their 2025 box office projections. Speaking at a private media event, Disney CEO Bob Iger reportedly went into full panic mode, not just because of Zegler's personal backlash, but over the scandal that has engulfed the entire film. Executives described the newly announced version as a course correction, corporate speak for, "We really screwed up and need to fix this fast." The situation has become so dire that even traditionally Disney-friendly critics who usually protect the company's image have begun jumping ship. When you're looking at rock-bottom IMDb scores and your loyal media allies are abandoning you, you know it's a full-blown crisis. Disney is now promising a return to classic storytelling and a renewed tribute to the heart and soul of the original fairy tale. This isn't just about making another movie, it's about winning back the trust of audiences who feel betrayed and repairing broken relationships with generations of fans who grew up loving Snow White. The Zegler version had been pitched as a bold, modern feminist take on the 1937 classic. But from day one, it attracted attention for all the wrong reasons. The film took wild detours from the original plot, and those drastic changes didn't sit well with longtime Disney supporters. The internet went into a frenzy when Zegler made remarks that many interpreted as dismissive or insulting toward the legacy of the original film. She called the prince irrelevant and described the love story as awkward, remarks that quickly went viral and triggered widespread resentment from fans who felt the heart of a beloved classic was being carelessly torn apart. Behind the scenes, what was meant to feel empowering ended up coming across as disrespectful to the magic that made the original so beloved. Disney insiders claim that the backlash caught executives completely off guard. Although early test screenings already showed ambivalent responses, the full blowback didn't land until the film's official trailer dropped, and then fan communities erupted. The studio had removed classic songs like "Someday My Prince Will Come" and replaced them with what many fans called horrible modernized feminist alternatives. Critics and nostalgic viewers alike were dismayed by how far the film strayed from the timeless charm that once defined Disney. Desperate to manage the fallout, Disney's PR teams reportedly worked around the clock as hashtags criticizing their creative choices dominated social media. With production for the new version now scheduled to begin in late 2025, Disney has announced not just another remake, but a full reset, leaving parents and lifelong fans wondering what happened to the Disney they once knew and loved. Although no official casting announcements have been made, Disney has made one thing crystal clear: this reboot isn't optional, it's essential. The decision to release a new adaptation so soon after the last one shows how urgent this crisis has become. This isn't just about remaking a movie, it's about saving one of the most treasured Disney stories from permanent damage and reconnecting with an audience that once adored it. This new remake will return to the emotional core and visual elegance of the 1937 animated classic. That means bringing back beloved characters, iconic musical numbers, and the fairy tale atmosphere that critics said was completely missing from the Zegler version. Insiders say the upcoming film will follow a more traditional story arc, closely aligned with the original, while still allowing room for subtle, respectful updates. Disney has faced mounting pressure over the past few years to defend its string of live-action remakes, many of which have struggled both critically and commercially. With the Snow White brand now at risk of being permanently tarnished, executives believe this carefully crafted reboot might be their last shot at redemption. One producer claims the changes will be considerate, not revisionist. The goal is to reintroduce classic elements with a dash of modern elegance, not to fix what was never broken in the first place. While Disney declined to comment on specific creative details, the change in tone marks a major departure from the previous attempt, which many critics said was too eager to dismantle the foundations of the original plot. Already, rumors are swirling about the upcoming production. In contrast to the last film, where off-screen interviews became a constant distraction, Disney is reportedly searching for a lead actress who embodies the timeless glamour of old Hollywood. According to sources close to the production, the new lead must possess charisma, warmth, and strong vocal ability. Stricter media training will also be implemented to keep all messaging focused and aligned with the story's core themes. The prior adaptation also sparked controversy over the depiction, or lack thereof, of the Seven Dwarfs. Actor Peter Dinklage, who has dwarfism, had criticized the idea of casting a Latina Snow White while still potentially portraying dwarfs in what he saw as an outdated and offensive manner. In response, Disney scrapped plans to use traditional dwarfs and instead use CGI-generated magical creatures. This decision, however, created another backlash, this time from actors with dwarfism who were upset about being denied roles that were originally created for them. One actor summed up the sentiment by saying, "These are roles made for actors of my stature. I can't go out for Harrison Ford or George Clooney roles, those aren't for me." And now it's been taken away. After a slew of hard-learned lessons, Disney has recentered its focus on unified storytelling. Internal conflict between the marketing, creative, and PR departments during the Zegler film's rollout had been exposed through leaked documents, revealing a chaotic behind-the-scenes battle. This disjointed promotional effort led to inconsistent messaging and ultimately harmed the movie's public image. Determined not to repeat those mistakes, Disney is now tightening creative oversight across all departments. The company's financial losses have been staggering. Disney's consumer products division reportedly took a major hit, with millions of dollars in unsold merchandise from the Zegler version. Toys, clothing, and branded goods were slashed in price at major retailers just weeks after launch, a clear signal that fans were rejecting the movie not just emotionally, but economically. To lead the reboot, Disney has assembled an entirely new creative team. Early reports suggest the new screenwriter is known for balancing emotional depth with strong character arcs, qualities many felt were entirely missing from the previous iteration.